Okay, just I will continue with our last topic. So yesterday we have discussed about this ADO.NET basics. Okay, so so yesterday I have shown how to open SQL Server. Okay, so now we'll continue. We'll just continue with the from where we stopped. Okay, okay. So anyway, so once we wrote this table creation, and then what will happen? Simply we'll just move towards where. So programming. Okay. Yep. So yes. Okay. So this part currently we are left with, right? So this one. Yeah. So I will just explain one more time about the SQL Server. Okay. So see here. So when we open our SQL Server, it's kind of a login form or something. Kind of. We'll get into that part. Okay. So here. So here we have different options. Server type. What is the server type? Can have uh, okay. So here server type, analysis service, reporting service, integration, and everything, but we'll use database engine. So we'll use SQL Server as database. That's the reason we are selecting database engine. So server name. So you can keep dot local host. If both are not working for you, then go with computer name. Just go with computer name. So anything is fine. See, if I select computer name and if I click on connect, then see, we are going here only, right? Or if I go with dot, just see here, same place we are going. Forgot about this one. I log in with the other. Okay, same. Wherever we open there, no, both the cases we are going with we are going same place. Now we will go with local host. Click on connect. See, here also we are going to the same place, right? There is nothing difference between all these three, right? Everything is same. Okay, got it? Okay, okay, fine. So now disconnect, 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 connect. Okay, so see, so yeah, this is what this dot local host and everything. Okay, now the next one, authentication. So what is authentication? Just simply it is verifying whether you have valid credentials or not. We have two types of authentication. One is Windows authentication and other one is SQL authentication. Windows authentication means if you want to log in your SQL server with Windows authentication, you don't need to provide user ID or password. By default, it will take your Windows credentials as username and password, and it will do the login things. If you select SQL authentication, you need to provide a login username and password. From where we'll get this username? At the time of SQL Server installation only, you will set all the username and password. When you are working in real time, for every server, there will be some username details will be there. You need to provide those details. Then only we can get the login information. When you click on connect, we will connect to the database. Now click on connect. That's it. So now any questions up to here? Okay. Good. So now, yeah, one biggest part is completed. Those who are not having zero knowledge in SQL, this will definitely help them. That's the reason I'm explaining one more time. So I'm explaining one more time. Okay, so anyway, we explained this multiple times, but again, so this will help you guys for gaining the knowledge or for practice purpose for everything. That's the reason I'm explaining from the zero level. Okay, fine. So this is fine. Okay, so now whenever we work with this SQL server, the main component in SQL server is database. Okay, database. What is the purpose of database? See, it will consist of tables, views, you know, tables, views, or stored procedures. So system database, everything will have inside the database. Okay, so now simply. Okay, so this is what database. So this database is playing major role for all kind of operations. So whatever the data we are getting from other, see, if you register something, the values will save. Where the values will save? In database. So if you are creating some student record, the values will save. Where the values will save? Database. If you are editing some values of some user profile or something, where the values will save? Database. So if you want to get the data from data, so to display on your user interface, where you will get the values, from where you will get? Database. So for all the question, the answer is database only. Okay, so database is like, it's like a kind of universe where we will maintain all the data information of particular project or application. That's what I can tell. Okay, now whenever you want to save the data, how you will save? For example, student number, student name, student address, student branch, and xyz. Okay, so now, here student number is 1, student name is xyz, address is Hyderabad. Okay, Amirpet. Okay, similarly, student name is ABC. Here Bangalore. I don't know the names, city names of Bangalore. Someone tell me some city name. No one is suggesting me city name also. You guys are getting that much good sleep, what? Okay. Yeah. Whitefield, I know. We'll have more software officers and all there only. Okay, so this is how. Got it? Now, so see, this is was rows, and this is what columns. This is what columns. This is what columns. This is what columns. Okay, so we always needs to store our values in row value format, row column format. Okay, so otherwise, see, if you don't have rows, how will identify this is serial number, this is student name, and this is Hyderabad, this is Bangalore, this is Hamirpet, or something else. Okay, Martali. Okay, so this mark. Okay, so this is what. So For that reason, we will store all the values in SQL Server in table. What is that? Table. Table. Usually table consists of two things. One is what? Columns and rows. So now, if you want to work with SQL Server, you need two things. One is database. For now, I'm saying in future, you need to use cursors, triggers, store process, XYZ, ABC, something. So if you want to work with SQL Server, you need two things. One is database and other one is inside database, we will have tables. Now again in tables, what we'll have? Columns and rows. How to create table and how to create database, I will just give some idea. So basically those people who ever learned SQL Server, so they will create database like this. Create database name. That's it. It created, right? Uh, Sir, we never went to this SQL class, sir. I don't know what to do. So can you help me? Help us. Yeah, I will help you guys. So don't worry about the queries and all. I will give you one shortcut for that. Just follow the shortcut. That will help. But anyway, I request you guys or suggest you guys to learn that SQL Server as soon as possible and try to create by using commands only. Okay. Now, so how to create database? Simple. Right click on database, new database, give some name to that. EMPLOYE or student. We'll give student. STUDENT. Done. Click on OK. Forget about all these things. Don't think anything there. Click on OK. Now, student database got created here. People got it now. Yes, no. People tell me. So anyone wants to show me again? Show us. Show you guys again. Anyone want? Anyone missed this one or anyone want me to explain one more time? Please confirm. Make it fast. I don't know what is the test means. You want me to explain one more time? Okay, so see how to create database. See, simple. I'm deleting this one again. Okay. Wasim, you almost had 10-15 times, Wasim. Yes, no, Wasim. In C sharp, we have discussed previously, we have discussed Windows Forms, we have discussed. Now we are discussing. Okay, so fine. Yeah. So again, it's like, it's an opportunity to you for revision and all. You will become perfect. You can, so if I, so if you are sleeping also, if I ask you, you can tell this. Not only was it, few people I know, like our C sharp people and that. So see, now see, who's that asked me? Srujana, Saujanya. Saujanya. So Saujanya, see here. So right click on database, new database, and give some name here. Okay, again I'm telling. So right click on database, new database. Now just give the name here, STUDUNT. Done. That's it. That's it. See how beautiful it is. It got created now. This is so easy. Yes or no? So are you guys clear now? Okay. Siva, Shivraj. Okay, done. So anyone want me to explain one more time? See, our people, some people don't even speak. Yeah. So Asha, are you clear now? Bhushan, Chandra Bhushan Rai, Koteshwar Rao, Gopi, Jay Gupta, Nagbabu, Ragina, Om, Ramya, Ritika, Shravani. I'm not seeing nowadays Shravani answering for my questions and all. Rujna, Sanchu, Naveen, Usha. So I'm considering it as everyone is clear and I move to next point. Okay. See, maybe we are going very much slowly, but so we are starting from zero now. We need to reach the highest level. That's what our target. Okay. So a beginner should understand, an experienced should understand, the mid-level student should understand, everyone should understand. Okay. So by the way, so today my Shishar batch 7:30 to 9 will start. If someone wants to join, or some of your friends or someone wants to join there, you can tell them. And it's offline and online both. Like I will go to Naresh IT and I will tell, and parallelly online also will run like this. Okay. Okay. So now if you want to create table, now inside database, we need to create table. So how to create table? Now simple, click on this plus symbol. Here you have table, view, synonyms, programmability, storage, something, I don't know. So many things are there. So don't think about anything. Forget about all those things. Only think about tables. Okay. Now simple again, right click on table, table, table. See what I have done. Just I clicked on this student database. We have tables here. Right click on table, new table. Table consists of what? Rows and columns. So now, whenever you are creating table, your data types, whatever we are giving here, that should match with our C# data types. Okay. So now, for example, student number. So what is the data type? Usually integer. Just keep like that. Now, one more, student name. What is the data type? Here, usually we give string to the student name data type. In SQL Server, we have one more data type called varchar. So varchar. This varchar is equals to string in .NET. Okay. Now you can give student address or something. Okay. Now again varchar. Now just take a screenshot of this one. Now you can Click on, you can save, you can click here, save or control S. So then what it is asking to give some table name. I'm just giving STU. Click on OK. Okay. Now simple, go back to your tables, refresh. Now open this plus symbol. You will get the student table here. So now if you rename it, then what is the name here we are getting? STU only. But what is the DBO means? It is an extension of the SQL server. So table, DBO, database object. Okay. But anyway, we always needs to go with the STU only as the table name. Okay. So now see few things. Okay. So now what you will do, just note down this one. After completion of writing, please tell me so that I will explain one more time. So that if people will get more idea. That's the reason I just gave time to note down. Okay, done. Okay, okay, I will show one more time by creating the table. Okay, so simple. I'm just deleting this database. Okay, right click on database, new database, student. Okay, click on OK. Now inside that we'll have tables. Right click on table, new table. Here you can give student number, data type. Student number, data type is what? Integer. Similarly, student name, keep varchar. What is this varchar? Student address and again varchar. Okay, that's it. Now click on save. So you can give student STU table name, save it. So see here. So I'm just taking screenshot of it. Okay, because whenever we are doing front end related coding, so we need to match both the data types of both column names with spellings, uppercase, lowercase, and everything, and the data types. Okay, so this is done. Now we'll come back to our ADO.NET. Basically, ADO.NET two types of architecture. One is connection oriented architecture, and other one is disconnection oriented architecture. Okay, we'll go with the connection oriented architecture. So if you want to work with connection oriented architecture, so so I will just tell. So I already explained a couple of times, right? So we'll explain one more time. The first step to work with connection oriented architecture is declare namespace. Declare namespace. So we have two types of namespace available to work with ADO.NET. First one is using system.data, and the second one is using system.data.sql client. Okay, this is what. Now the step two. Okay, the step two. So we need to create connection with whom database. So we need to create connection with our database. So create connection with whom? Database. Step three, we need to open the connection. Okay. Step four, we need to pass the query to whom? Again, database. Inside database to whom again? Table. Okay. And finally, what is the next step? Step five. Execute the query. And finally, So everything is done. Now what we need to do? Close the connection. That's it. Oh. Okay. So step one. What step one here? Create, declare the namespace. So for example, if you want to work with ADO.NET, it's mandatory to declare two namespaces here. So those two are using system.data and using system.data SQL client. Without these two namespaces, we cannot work with the ADO.NET anymore. So the first step, if already namespace exists, then fine. If not, then we definitely needs to declare our namespaces. What are the two namespaces? Using system.data and using system.data.SQL client. What is that? Declare namespace using system.data and using system.data.SQL client. So please repeat with me for 2 times, everyone. So you are on mute, but still. So what is the first step? Declare namespace. What are they? Using system.data and using system.data.SQL client. Similarly, so what is the first step here? Declare namespace. What are them? Using system.data and using system.data.SQL client. That's it. So now step one is completed. Okay. Are you guys clear with this? Now step two, we need to create the connection. So we need to create connection with whom? Database. So after successfully creating the connection with database, then only we can store our values in our database. So then only we can store our values in a database. So if you want to create connection, then we have a class called SQL connection. So just create object to SQL connection class. Create object to SQL connection class. So what is that syntax? What is the syntax for creating an object? Tell me, everyone. What is the syntax for creating object? Yes, no. Okay. Okay. So simple. Yeah, yeah. Class name, object name equal to new class name. What is the class name here? SQL connection. So simple. Give that name here. Class name, some object name equals to new class name. Okay. Now here we need to create connection with whom? Database. That's the reason you need to pass the connection string here. So what is connection string, sir? Simple. Whatever you are giving the values here, you need to give the values there also. Same. That's it. So here, simple. SQL connection con equals to new SQL connection. What is the data source? What is the value of data source? We can give dot or local host or computer name. Okay. Semicolon. Now simple. Next one is database. Okay. Equals to some database name. And finally, so if you are going with SQL authentication, you need to provide user ID equals to, comma, password equals to, that's it. It is done. Or if you are going with Windows authentication, here you don't keep user ID and password. Okay. So you can keep integrated security equals to yes or true. Anything is fine. Okay. That's it. So what is the step 2 here? Create connection. So create connection with whom? Database. Okay. Create connection with whom? Database. So what is the first step? Declare namespace. What is that namespace here? Using system.data and using system.data.sql client. Now the second step is create connection. So what is the syntax for creating a connection? Uh, so just we need to create one object. So class name, object name equal to new class name. Here you need to pass the connection string. So this connection string is nothing but the connection string which is used to connect with database is called as a connection string. Okay. Okay. Now the next one is open the connection. What is open the connection means? So this SQL connection class by default have two methods. SQL connection, two methods. They are open and close. Now people tell me what is the syntax for calling a method? Object name dot method name. So people tell me what is the object name here? CON. So simple. Here con dot open. That's it. Okay, got it up to here clear? Now tell me what are the three steps we discussed till now. Step 1. Yes, tell me. What is step 1? Declare namespace. What are the namespace here? Using system dot data, using system dot data dot SQL client. Okay. So up to this 3 points, I will give notes now. Okay. So what is the first step? Declare names. So using system.data and using system.data.sql client. Second step is what? Create connection. SQL connection can equal to new SQL connection. So if it is SQL authentication, you need to declare like this user ID and password. If it is Windows authentication, we don't need to provide user ID and password. So this SQL connection class consists of two methods, open and close. Syntax for calling a method is this one, and we wrote this one. Okay, so up to here, just note down. Okay, just note down up to here. Yes, done with this. Can I continue? Okay. Okay. So I'm moving to the next. Okay. So the next step is pass the query. Okay. What is the next step? Pass the query. So here we have similar to our SQL connection class, we have one more class, SQL command. So just create object to that again. SQL command object name equals to new class name. Okay. Here we need to pass the query. Okay. Comma, to whom we need to pass database. So where we have database values now? Here in this con object. Okay. So after that, the next step is SQL command class consists of three different methods. Those three different methods are here. So execute scalar, execute reader, execute non-query. Okay. So see, execute scalar and reader, they are used for reading purpose. Okay. So just we can view the data or we can read the data. Execute non-query is used for so like update, insert, delete kind of operations we can do. Okay. So which class consists of these three methods? SQL command. So what is the syntax for calling a method here? Object name dot any of these methods. That's it. And finally, we need to close the connection. Okay, got it? So now, so note down these two steps up to here. So make it fast. Tomorrow we'll do one time revision, and once it is done, we'll go over program. Okay. So can I scroll down? Done with that? So note down up to here. Archon? Done. Okay, so tomorrow we'll discuss everything one more time and we'll show some examples for that. Okay, anyone have any questions here? Okay, so fine then. So I hope everyone is done. Thanks all for joining. We'll meet tomorrow.